Is Fjällräven worth it? Let's take a deep dive. Hello everyone, welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I'm checking out the brand Fjällräven and checking out, is it worth it? Now, before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering, and welcome back for those of you who are already subscribers to this handbag lover's journey. So on with the video. So Fjällräven is a lifestyle outdoor brand. It creates a lot of outdoor clothing, equipment for nature enthusiasts. And their mission is to inspire people to kind of get out there into nature and experience the great outdoors. They really take pride in themselves in creating products that really help people have better accessibility to nature. For me, I have a couple of items that are classics from them, and over time, I've grown to like them a lot more. At first, it seemed really expensive at first. I know that for the Kanken backpacks, which is what they're best known for, it's highly popular even decades after it was first launched. But over time, I'm just thinking is it worth it to splurge or spend more money on these really seems very basic backpacks? So that's what this video is going to dive into. I'm going to go into what is the meaning behind the name of the brand, the history, why is it so expensive, why is it popular, talk a little bit about its most signature backpack, and then go into its sustainability, and last but not least, is Fjällräven worth it? So let's get started. To start off, what does Fjällräven even mean? So apparently the term Fjäll translates to Arctic, and meanwhile Raven means fox. So they use the Arctic fox as a symbol of what they do in terms of their little bit in protecting nature. In 2019, the company founded the Arctic Fox Initiative. History. So the Sweden-born company started in 1960. I believe the founder initially was having a hard time hiking around in the forest with a very uncomfortable backpack, and then the whole inspiration for the Kanken came about, and then it wasn't until 2012 that the brand was launched in the US. Now, the big elephant in the room is probably, why is it so expensive? I think I can break it down into four main factors. The first one is its high quality material. The material that they use are known to be very durable. I mean, after all, you're doing outdoor treks, you need really durable products. But this company, Fjällräven, is definitely not cutting corners. And their materials are known to last very long. So for example, they make most of their stuff out of a variation of this polyester cotton blend fabric called G1000, which is really dense weave and dries quickly. And all of their things have lifetime warranty. So definitely the high quality material is one of the biggest reasons that it's so expensive. Number two is its adherence to high ethical standards. This goes back to them looking into ethically sourced material and also in the manufacture process. I know that a lot of people, when they look into their products and it's made in China or South Korea, they feel oh, this is just another made in China product, but that's not it. They also look into the well-being of the workers. It's part of a very high priority for them. They ensure that there's human rights, animal welfare, environmental protection, and sustainable development needs are all met. And these are things that you can't really necessarily put a price on when you're buying a backpack from a company. These are things that they're doing in the background to make sure that they are meeting up to this high ethical standards. Number three, they consider what's best for the environment. I think sustainability is a huge deal, and they really take pride in what they do for their part for Fjällräven. The company stresses sustainability through their design, their production line, and their material. They also created this eco shell material for their clothing. It's a type of fabric that's made from recycled polyester. They are also working with third-party corporations like Sustainable Apparel Coalition, SAC, to reduce their carbon footprint. Last but not least is the branding. You are, of course, paying into the brand itself. I mean, they have spent billions of dollars on the branding, and like that is part of what you're paying for, the history behind it. There's no doubt that that's part of it, but like there's a lot of things that invisible forces that I've talked about that like you don't see in the product that you hold in your hand. Why is it so popular? Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. First is a simple design, and nowadays less is more. Number two, why is it so popular? I love the idea of its sustainability. All of their products come with lifetime warranty. I've had my backpack for like over a decade now, and when there's minor wear, I usually just clean it up, bring it to the store, and they will repair it for me for free. And I love the idea that like you don't throw out a bag when it starts wearing down. You try to like patch it up and like see what you can do to repair and keep using. So you're not also contributing to the climate change crisis, and you are reusing and reducing waste, and you are reusing what you can. And of course, there's also the component of influencer boost. There's definitely a lot of influencers who are in love with the Kanken backpack, and that definitely boosts the popularity of the brand. Of course, there must be some downfall and like cons associated with the brand Fjällräven, and I think out of everything that I have reviewed doing all my research, is definitely the price. Compared to other brands, other travel brands, is definitely not as affordable for like the average budget traveler. But let's look at their most popular product, which is the Kanken backpack. I mean, this bag was originally made for children, like for children to go to school in, but it is like a very simple, solid built backpack that has been super popular despite being out for decades. It has like this unmistakable kind of like square rectangular shape, and it's unisex. It's just a very popular backpack. It's great for everyday use, has a very timeless look, and they have various variation of it now. Ones with laptop sleeve to accommodate for nowadays use as opposed to a child when they're going to school when they're much younger. The material that they use is composed of Fjällräven F, which is like a type of synthetic fabric that is woven to create the bag. When it's wet, supposedly the fiber actually expands, and it prevents like the water from penetrating as much into the bag itself, so it can protect everything inside. Overall, I love the simple design, just one single compartment that you can open wide like a suitcase, and you can zip all the way down and see everything at a glance. And it fits easily under the seat of the plane as well. Sustainability. Now, I talked about how Fjällräven has a lifetime warranty for all of their products. And going to the store, you can see that they even have a sewing machine and display, and there's someone who is just like constantly working on repair and making updates. But like, that's not to say I make regular repairs on the things that I buy from the brand, but like I think people are going back because they like the quality and the service that they're getting. For me, like, it really doesn't make sense for me to keep up with technique of how to use a sewing machine or keeping a sewing machine at home nowadays. So I love how there's this in-store service that's available North America wide, and I just love the idea of the sustainable aspect. So what is the final verdict? Is Fjällräven worth it? Well, we can say for sure, definitely it has excellent quality and durability for the products that they have. It is a world-renowned brand with multiple products. I think I would say, plain and simple, it's a good brand. But with the high price tag, can I get something better out there for the same price? Definitely, you can probably get something better, honestly. But there are things that you just can't put a price tag on, such as the efforts they're putting into upholding like ethical standards for human rights, and also looking into how they source high quality material and looking at how they can contribute sustainability worldwide. And I really love these efforts that companies are putting in that you can't account for when you're looking at the product that's in your hand. When I'm looking at purchasing something from Fjällräven, I'm looking at it as an investment into a product that I can use lifelong and just go back and repair if I need to. And at the same time, it's an investment into our environment, into the earth that we live on. If you're looking for a brand that has this high quality material with like these ethical values of sustainability that I've talked about so far, I think that Fjällräven is definitely a brand you should consider. In terms of whether the Kanken brand is worth it, I think it depends on your price per wear. Are you going to reach for this bag? Is this something you're going to be using on a regular basis? Or is it going to sit in the back of your closet? I think if you're planning on using it on a regular basis and you're putting it to good use, then it is definitely worth it. It's a great bag if you were to use it every day for price per wear. After all, I mean, it is a pretty hefty price upfront, but I think it has really good investment value in the long term. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this mommy review, and I'll see you next time. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.